Hello everybody, it's Wednesday. I'm going to jump on for a really long reading. Every time I say short, it ends up really long. But really, I think this is going to be a really long reading because I'm going to be on with Sheila and Lori on Sheila's channel tomorrow. And I'm like, didn't we just do this? We're supposed to do it like once a month, but Lori said, let's jump on when Musk and Trump were having their divorce and their fight. And it was like, oh my gosh. And I'm always a little hesitant to jump on when breaking news happens because it's never really what it appears to be. Which now Musk is going, I'm sorry, I may have overstepped. I may have said things that weren't in the heat of the moment. So what did Trump throw at him? And say, you better say sorry. Because now he's groveling, just like Marco Rubio did. I don't get the sense that the grovel is going to last unless Trumpy has something really big on him. We'll look into that a little later. But I want to get into the Galactic Heritage. And the spread that I'm going to use is the Star Lineage spread. And what this spread tells us. And again, these cards are so intuitive and we can use them multiple different ways. So it's not necessarily a lineage, meaning you come from this star system, although it could. But it's more of what are the lessons that you are working, that you've worked through and are working through in this time stream from your past lives as a star being. So when I think of my life in human form from a baby to now, I've grown, I hope, I've grown and solved some of my karmic debt. And so what this spread says is, what have we gone through, where are we going? And the time streams are past, present, future, and parallel time streams. So we'll throw this down and see what we get. And the way this works, let me drop this down and you can see how we're working this. Okay. So we're going to go into a portal energy with this. So let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So far it doesn't look like any kind of portal. And then 6, 7, 7. So the numbers don't really matter, because we're going to rearrange these, but it goes around like that. So as we think about what are we dropping into, we're dropping into the energy of evolution for where we are right now. What is the energy of evolution that we're getting from our star family? Earth. Even though this was the first one, Earth. Seeing the one. And this is Earth future. So in the future, Earth is going to be part of the one consciousness, seeing that we are all one, coming from source energy. All of these star beings, I'm gonna lift this up. All these star beings that have come to this planet. You know, if you believe that we come from the stars and that we're star seeds. So we have Sirian energy, we have Arcturian energy, we have Palladian energy, all that, Lemurian energy, it all comes in. Now we're blending everything. We come from source, fragmented, and now we're going to come back to that source energy in our awareness, where we're not fighting so much with you're right, right? Okay, 78, seeing the one, future. Let's keep going. Seeking karmic balance, present. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to let go of our past, or heal our past lives, and say, that was then, this is now. I don't need to carry that with me anymore. But I still need to have that lesson so I don't fall back into the thing that no longer serves me. But that still, I learned a lesson from it. Next, wow, the next card, common ground. This is a parallel. This is a hybrid card. So if we think about our polarity today, as we stand today, with the right and the left. It's funny how I did that, because this is my left hand, the right, and this is my right hand, the left. And common ground. Seeking karmic balance. I kind of like it. Right, okay. Common ground. We got to find that common ground. And when we look at the divisiveness of what is going on here, when we take away some of the cruelty, when we take away the methods that are being used, and not finding common ground in the methods being used, then we're going to start healing and getting our karmic balance, because we're going to be going back to that source energy. Oh, the next card we get is Hive Mind, Insectoid. I hardly ever get this card. And this is a parallel time stream too. So the hive mind, if you think of the bees and the ants all working together, all having a role in doing what they do. Busy bees. The next card we get, the new consciousness, Earth. And this is present. This is the present time stream. How cool is that? The new consciousness. Certainly in this community, the people that watch this channel, we are moving into that new consciousness. And it's just not this channel. It's this community that we have created. Okay, side note, squirrel moment. Somebody was commenting and said, did we create Pumpkinhead and his minions being so destructive? You know, because I always talk about what we think about, we create. And so I thought about that a little bit. And I got a really clear answer. No, we didn't create that. But what we did create is this community of safety, of supportiveness. We created that out of Mr. Pumpkinhead's craziness. Somebody else created that. Now, we do further that because we keep talking about it. It's kind of hard not to, because we have to find that karmic balance, that common ground. We have to work through that. Okay, let's keep going. Magic, alchemy. Magic. This card, oh my gosh, this card, 102. Okay, I just did a reading and I was getting all these numbers, numerology thing. 102, if you add those together, it comes up to 3, it comes up to the Trinity. It comes up to the seeing the one, asking our master teachers help. And this alchemy is when we have a karmic balance, when we have common ground, when we can take from this side and this side, throw away what doesn't work, grab hold of what does, and merge them together in this hive mind, I think we create magic. That's the alchemy. I'm getting chills. And Agent 99, mirror reflection, Zeta Reticuli, the future. Okay. I had to stop so I could get the message from this card a little clearer. And when I stopped, the number was 1101. Isn't that 3? Okay. 99. It's not 3, but double numbers. This card, this Zeta Reticuli, a lot of the times when we meet Zetas, there's a lot of fear. And what this card is saying is, take a look at the fear. And in that fear, when we look at it fully and realize that, hey, maybe it isn't that fearful, there's a transformation that will happen in that fear, and it goes from fear into love. I had to double check that from the book. So the Zetas went from fear and they transformed it into love, and it got back to source energy. It got back to seeing the one. All right. So I'm going to hit pause and rearrange these from past, present to future. Let's see what we get. Okay, let me drop this down so y'all can play along. This is really interesting. No past. Oh my gosh, we have no past. We are just living now in the present, future, parallel. The consciousness, new consciousness, earth, present, and seeking karmic balance. So the present situation we're in right now is for us to find karmic balance, to find this new consciousness, to stay away from this mirror reflection of fear. Get out of the fear reflection and back into the love reflection, which takes us to the future of seeing the one, seeing unity consciousness, seeing source energy. These parallel cards can go anywhere, right? Because they're parallel. So it's past, present, and future. So we can have these anywhere we want, really. So if you want to play around with it with your own cards, you can. But certainly there's a time stream, a parallel time stream that has us making magic with the hive mind, the common ground. Common ground, hive mind. I mean, you cannot have a divided hive. It doesn't work. They'll either split off and create a new hive, which maybe California is going to do. But it feels like this new consciousness is finding the common ground that's going to create some kind of magical melding of all this craziness. How do you like them apples? All right. All right. I was going to say what I was going to look at. Well, I did say California. Is California going to split? And I think what I'm going to read on, I'm just going to pull some things out of, well, no, here's what I want to read on. Musk and Trump, are they really kissing and making up? And that was a gross image I just had. Speaking of gross negligence, I forgot to bring PsychicDuck out to say hi the last video. Not today, though. Say hello to everybody, PsychicDuck.
Oh, hello, you quacks.
You quacks.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Yeesh. Sorry I left you out last time.
Yeah, it was okay. I was playing in the pond.
Really?
Yeah, bobbing for apples.
Bobbing for apples?
Yeah, there we go.
Why were you bobbing for apples?
Better than watching the news.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. All right. You have an idea on Musk and Trump making up? Are they gonna stay pals? Is Trump gonna forgive him like he did Rubio?
No.
No.
Nope.
Why?
Ketamine.
Aha. Ketamine. Okay. Ketamine and Adderall. They do not mix. I don't know. All right. The king of ketamine, Mr. Poops a lot. Ooh. Oh. Shouldn't have said that. Now I'm all worried. Nine of Swords. Okay. Elon Musk and Trump. What's the relationship like now? Well, now it seems like, okay, he kissed the ring. He bent his knee. Will it last? You know, people keep talking about, oh, Elon's going to lose so much money in contracts. How much money does he need, though? That's what I go. That's what I think of all the billionaires. How much money do they need? PsychicDuck was just happy as a, I was going to say a pig in something, and he was just popping for apples. Did you need any more money?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there goes that theory. Well, maybe that was PsychicDuck. Nine of Cups. Happy, happy, happy. Getting his apple. Okay, focus. Elon Musk. Donald Trump. What's the relationship like? In the future. In the future, what is going on with them? Ooh. Initially, Five of Cups lost. Let me drop this down so I don't do a whole hour spread. I got that again. Nine of Cups. Celebration. Woohoo! Happy. Money. A treasure chest full of something that's going to be illuminated. Who is this? Is this us or is that them? Because we got the Five of Cups feeling loss. Ooh. Death and rebirth. Well, certainly that's what happened to them. Somebody was going on a new journey, being a little foolish. The top of the reading, Hanged Man, being a little upside down. Got the Queen of Wands and the potential near future. This woman is bringing forth a lot of information, a lot of light. And in this deck, which this is my Light Seers deck, a lot of joy in this information. Donald Trump. Star of hope? Happiness? Joy? Our galactic friends? Externally, the Eight of Swords, restriction. Hopes and fears. We have the King of Cups showing up. Hopes and fears. Hey, we got some leader that is bringing calm. What leader these days is bringing calm? Is there any leader? It's all fear-based. And the final outcome is, it's sadness, it's sorrow, it's crying over spilled milk, 3 cups down. They're not looking at an offer. Someone's not looking at something. And then they come together, 2 of Cups. Ooh, 7 of Pentacles. There is a review of Pentacles. Somebody, some reader, I can't remember who it is, uses Pentacles as votes, which certainly I can see that. A little squirrel moment. Okay. For those of you who are relatively new to me, or are new, oh, and by the way, thank you all for joining in, for liking and subscribing. Appreciate you all. I have been saying since the election that it was rigged, it was stolen. Elon Musk has manipulated the voting machines. He said it was easy to do. He says it's 1 or 2 lines of code. It's really easy. He also said it recently that was covered up. Nobody's kind of talking about it. That without me, Elon Musk, Trump, you would have lost, and you would have lost the House. Okay. And there was an article in the Daily Boulder where they're doing reviews on some of the votes, I think in Rockford, New York or something. And then there was a fake article on MSN where it said Kamala won per the Daily Boulder, the Daily Beast. No, Election Alliance, Election Truth Alliance. And they had to correct it because the Election Truth Alliance said Kamala didn't win according to what happened, but there are voting irregularities that prove that suggest that we need to look into this further to see if she actually did win and Trump lost. So there's, they're trying to clean up a little bit here. 7 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. So it feels, sorry, I'm bouncing the camera around. It feels like to me, I'm going to drop this down again. It feels like to me that their relationship lost. Now they go, oh, it's all good. We're patching it up. You have the death and rebirth back here. We have them going on a new journey together in the past as it relates. They're in a little bit of suspension. They're taking a look at things from a different point of view. But this Queen of Wands brings out some more information. And there is a star of hope. There's some kind of joy happening about someone being restricted and not being able to speak truth. Calming King, we have the offer that's not being looked at. We have the partnership that they were in this together and somebody reviewing the votes. So I'm still getting someone reviewing the votes. I'm going to keep going with this a little bit. And we get the Seven of Wands, defending oneself, kind of being in a little bubble too. That's kind of what it feels like. Nobody's talking about this. The battle of words, people arguing and fighting with the Five of Wands. And the Strength card shows up with walking away from sorrow, Eight of Cups. Where are the Eight of Cups in this deck? Hey, I never noticed this before. The Eight of Cups, there's only one cup. Hey, all the other cups sunk. Interesting that, because in this card, in the Eight of Cups and the Rider-Waite, you walk away from the sorrow to find yourself. What no longer serves you, you leave it behind and you move forward in a new direction. And you get stabbed in the back with the Ten of Swords. Again, walking away from it, it's not really sticking you. And we get the Nine of Pentacles. Magician, Ten of Pentacles, Temperance, Ace of Wands. It seems like with these guys in their relationship that it's, oops, that goes there. It seems like, I threw too many cards, number one, but it seems like with these guys that they're in a tentative position. They're going to try to keep it together with this Two of Cups, because they know that there was that someone is reviewing the votes, and they need to kind of keep all that under wraps. However, what scares me for this relationship, and it's not scary, is walking away and being stabbed in the back, the Ten of Swords. And then we get somebody being in their own little private garden with a lot of money. So that is still showing up, that it is still really tentative, their relationship. But you look at Rubio in his relationship and how he got back into the fold. Little Marco with the big ears. And why don't we hear about any ICE raids down in Florida, down in the red states? This is such a huge diversion. It's huge. Huge diversion, though. Okay, let's look at this huge diversion. I have said that June is the month that we're going to see Pumpkinhead overstep his bounds, and he was going to be gone. And during one time I said he was going to be gone by my birthday, which is the end of June. And then it got switched a little bit, because timing is always iffy, to that he was going to do something where we could see that this reign of terror was ending. And is it this military on the streets, or is it this weekend? When I said this weekend, what's going on this weekend? Will it strengthen or hurt the current regime? All the protests going on. Somebody on Blue Sky had a map with all the blue dots, all the protests going on. And somebody, who was it? Some podcast. Was it some actor's son came out and was talking to the National Guard or the Marines or something down in LA? Kurt Russell's son, maybe? Is that right? I shouldn't have said it, but I did. I don't know. For entertainment only. He was in the National Guard's face, the military's face, saying, "Did you sign up for this? Is this what you signed up for?" And you know, they didn't. Someone said that, you know, when you join the Marines, you are signing up to become a fighting machine for foreign wars. And I heard that and I just went, ugh. Can't we get a hive mind and get away from that? Can't we go back away from fear into love and seeing the one, seeing source energy? That's the question I guess I should ask is, why did source energy put so much divisiveness and war on this planet? For another reading. Okay. This weekend, be safe whatever you all do, however you plan on attending. There is civil disobedience with consequences. If you're going to do that, make sure you know the consequences. And you never know the consequences when you're getting kicked. And I ask myself, would I walk across the bridge today? I think I would. But I don't want to be kicked. I'm too old. When I was young, I could be kicked and be like, I'll take another, I'm good. Now it's like, ow. I'm in bed for months trying to heal. Okay. This weekend, is this going to strengthen the regime or is this going to weaken? Somebody said something that they said that the Republicans are getting their reality news, their reality from Fox News, which is true. So that's all they see. Maybe a quick read on faux news. They're so smug. It's just so disgusting to listen to them. It's like that Jesse Waters. I wonder how his mom feels about him now. Okay, I've shuffled enough. I've yacked enough. This weekend. Strengthen? Okay. We got a partnership we got coming together. And it's the Rainbow Coalition coming together. So I think we're still in Pride Month. And even if we're not, happy Pride Month. I'll just keep saying that. Seven of Swords. Sneaking into camp, leaving somebody defenseless. How's this going to work for the regime? Is it going to strengthen or weaken? This is a weakening card. They've taken some of the defenses away. They've taken some of the swords away. At the base of the reading, we have Justice. Let me drop this down. I'm kind of liking where this is going. For the hive mind, in the past, Judgment, release of something. I know what I want them to release. At the top of the reading, Page of Cups. When pigs fly, we get new information. Information from an unexpected source. I love this card. You see the little piggy up there flying? All right. but it kind of disjoints us. It kind of cuts us off at the knees almost a little bit. Not quite, but still. This information is not going to be like, woohoo, yeah, it's going to kind of mess somebody up, whether it's us or them. And we're talking about the regime, whether it's going to be strengthen or weaken them. In the potential near future, it's the Four of Wands, the celebration. Is this the party atmosphere that the protests are going to have not turn violent? That's going to create the basis for new justice? Internally, we have the Emperor. How fitting. Externally, we have full illumination. I'm not seeing this as a strength for the Emperor. Hopes and fears that we can stand strong against this rigid Emperor fence barrier that they built. And so I'm seeing protesters just standing, holding up a candle. And I hope this isn't because of someone who passed, but just shining their light, not moving, just being in unity against the barricades, not moving, not causing any reason for the Emperor to do something stupid. But he doesn't need a reason to do something stupid. All right, at the top of the reading, final outcome, Page of Pentacles. Is this going to strengthen them or weaken them? This is a weakening card. This is a new way forward. But she's standing on one foot. She's balanced. She's doing like this yoga pose or something. I think it's coming forth with a new way forward. I think that they're going to be judged for what happens, and justice is going to be there in this new way forward. Clarifying that, new emotional start from the heart space. And I can tell you right now that that is not the current regime making decisions from their heart space. And they're at a crossroads. This is going to be a big defining moment. We have 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. 4 major arcana cards. Big, big, big. And then we have the ace of cups, new emotional start. I think it's going to be big. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I'm going to be on with Sheila. I am going to try to do Friday Ramble. I've got a bunch of stuff going on Friday, so I don't know if I'm going to do it live late in the afternoon, or maybe I'll do it. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm whining now. Can you hear me? Psychic Duck hates it when I whine, don't you?
Yeah, you big old whiny baby.
Yeah.
I hate it when you whine. No whining.
All right. I'm going to send you back so that you can bob for apples.
I don't like apples.
Yep. All right. Thank you all for watching. Peace and love.